Welcome to Spitting the Bit. We're here talking about some races this weekend in preparation of the Kentucky Derby. So we're going to Santa Anita, my neck of the woods, and we're at the San Filipe. It's a G2 going a mile and 16th on the dirt. We have, what do we got in this, Kevin? 7 horses?
Yep. Field of seven. It's
Yeah.
looking like.
Yeah, and that'd be great for Santa Anita as long as nobody scratches.
Mhm.
Seven's okay. I can live with seven.
Yeah,
I
for sure. And we it's not one of those earlier races where over half the field is um one trainer.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and to be honest, I'm not super excited about this race. Might be because the Tampa Bay Derby is going to be so good.
Yeah,
Um,
Tampa Bay looks
yeah,
really
but we
cool.
do have a couple horses that we're excited about in this one.
For
You know,
sure.
yeah, and I always like a race that Mike Smith is riding one of the better horses. That's always a good thing.
Yep.
He's a legend. So let's get right into this. What do you say? So
Yeah.
how do you see this race unfolding? How do you see it?
Well, like you hinted, I on paper it looks to be, from both of our perspectives, kind of a two-horse race. Um, Not to say that things can go a little haywire, but it looks like Baffert's horse returning from the Breeders' Cup Juvie after getting on the lead and eventually losing it to Ted Naffy,
Yeah,
is making his 3-year-old debut.
yeah, he's
Uh,
probably my favorite Baffert horse
I agree.
of these 3 year olds. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and certainly not going to be surprising if he takes a leap forward and comes out of it and gets people re-excited about the possibilities for sure.
yeah, yeah. So with that said, though, I think we have the same horse winning today, or I'm sorry, Saturday in this race. Who do you like in the San Felipe to win?
I'm going with the old man, Mike Smith, on the Mark Glatt horse. So happy. Um, Won the Vicente a couple months ago, and well, it's won both of his first two races. How about you?
Yeah, I'm on I like so happy as well. You know, explosive turn of foot, undefeated. I like undefeated. Loves the track. Loves Santa Anita. Has been working well. So again, not 100% sure this is going to be a Derby horse,
Mhm.
but a mile and a 16th might be his limit. But he's very good at that. He can certainly run that. So um,
Agree.
yeah,
Yeah, of the two horses that I think might have a better shot um, in the Derby, I would go with Brand for sure.
mhm.
Because I agree with you. I think So Happy would be, long term. I don't see him classic distances, but I think he can make some real noise at a mile and 16th and put a lot of pressure on Brandt to
Yeah,
stay together.
yeah, it might be another one where you talk about, hey, even if you qualify for the Derby, you may want to look ahead and skip it and go right to the Preakness. So that might be a
Mhm.
a good move for So Happy. But um, who do
But
you
we'll
who
have
do
to
you,
see. You never know.
who do you have coming in second? Again, I think we have the same
Brandt.
horse. Brant, me
Yeah,
too.
I have Brandt, and it's not so um much that I think So Happy has the is the better horse right now, but I think I just think, especially after last weekend, we talked a little bit about it.
Yeah,
Um, I think So Happy is just a little fresher Brant's coming off of a longer layoff.
Yeah,
Uh,
which has been an issue in the last few races. Horses that have taken some time off have not come back as sharp as we'd hoped or that we thought they'd be. So, um,
yeah, and there's still time even for those horses, but
oh, for sure.
I think it gives So Happy just a little bit of an edge. But again, not going to be shocking if Brant's firing on most cylinders and puts them away.
Yeah, and we talked about Mike Smith riding So Happy. Tell me who's riding Brant and
Well, and it's another reason, thank you for a good lead in there. It's another reason I'm leaning a little um, by my numbers are kind of a dead heat. Another reason why I'm leaning towards So Happy. Um, Flavian isn't staying in California. He's ridden Brandt in all three of his races, and he's going to be running at Tampa on Further Ado, which hasn't been his horse. So he's going 3,000 miles to race at Tampa instead of staying on Brandt, who's been on for all three of his races, including the Breeders' Cup Juvie. So,
curious. Makes me curious why. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
And not necessarily the end of the world. Florent Giroux is obviously excellent, but
yeah, yeah. And
I do believe if he thought this was the Derby horse, he would be in Los Angeles.
yeah, but again, we don't know for sure his reasoning. He may have made a
Right.
commitment, but who knows? But we do know he's in Florida,
Yep.
so we'll see
He
if
will
that matters.
be and he's yeah, and he's staying on a horse, and it might not even be such a strike on Brandt as a
Oh,
confidence boost to the horse that he's choosing to ride in the Tampa Bay Derby,
oh, good point. Very good point.
because he rode that horse on its maiden win in at Gulfstream. So he may be nothing against Brandt, but was pretty taken by the horse that he's going to be
Yeah,
riding on.
which when we will do our show on that one, but yeah, it's a good horse that he's leaving for. He's not leaving for just some horse. So
Right.
yeah, but Brant, you would agree, Brant has, as far as the horses going here, he's got the clear edge as far as, class and
Oh,
just,
for sure. Well, and like we talked about going into the Rebel and not being super high on a litmus test, and again, nothing against that horse, but it
yeah.
proved accurate by the numbers. You could have made a great case that he should have won that race, but
Mm-hmm.
when he got in the dogfight, he's the one that caved, and he doesn't cave drastically, but how he runs, and he finished fourth in the Breeders' Cup Juvie, if I remember right.
Yep.
Correct. How Brandt really fought Ted Naffy tooth and nail, like that
Yeah.
wasn't a give up. That was somebody who
Yeah.
was setting the pace and did a lot of the hard work, and
Yeah.
even late pace Brandt's late pace numbers in in the Breeders' Cup Juvie were good. He just lost to the horse that most people would have as the Derby favorite if he hadn't
Yeah.
gotten off the Derby
For
road.
sure.
So
Yeah. Brant had a hard fighting third at the Juvenile Breeders' Cup, and Litmus Test took fourth. It was not a hard fought fourth. It was kind of a
it just looks like he
put
loves
himself in
running
between
with
that fight.
his buddies. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter to him.
And you
But
called
yeah,
that,
it looked like Brent tried
yeah,
hard.
yeah. So I like the horse. I'd say of the Derby horses that um, Baffert has, I would say Brant is my favorite. Again, not 100% sure he's a Derby horse, so we'll see how he likes the distance as it starts to stretch out. And, but
Yeah, and I
maybe he
think
might.
you're a little you probably are leaning a little bit more towards Brant being a Preakness type horse.
Maybe. Yeah.
Jury's still out for me just
Yeah.
because I think I don't want to I don't want to knock on him quite yet, because I think it's very possible he, as a front running horse, came up against the best 2-year-old in the world. you know,
Yeah.
it was like, wow, this guy's tough.
Yeah.
And that
you're
horse isn't on the trail right now, so we'll have to see.
yeah. Yeah, you make a good point. My knock on him at the juvie is that he fought hard, but he didn't have, he faded. But did he fade, or is Ted Nafi just that was that dominant, and Mr. AP was that? Yeah, so yeah, it was the competition could be give them credit, not so much. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Because I wouldn't
Uh,
put Mr. AP above Brandt. I think Mr. AP benefited from the fact that Brandt did the dirty work and
Tried to run
um,
with Ted Nafi. Yeah,
yeah, right. Mr. AP was the one that took advantage of that. So we'll see. I'm still really interested in these two horses.
mm-hmm.
I I think it'll be interesting to see how they deal with each other.
Yeah, and Brandt could be a great Derby horse. Between the two of them, it's so happy that I'm pretty pretty convinced that he won't like to go a mile and a quarter or anything above a mile and a 16th. I think he want to go mile and 16th is going to be his wheelhouse.
I think so too. Um, I agree.
All right,
So
as you can tell, we've been talking about two horses about this whole race because um, I think you do too. I think it's a two horse race.
I do too. I
So
I think the only other interesting part of the race is who might finish bottom out your trifecta.
yeah, yeah. Who do you like for third?
I have secured freedom. Um, I think there's a solid amount of speed in this race, and I think he's the horse that's going to benefit from. It's not even going to surprise me he finishes second if Grant and or So Happy kind of cave a little bit. Um, I think Secured
Because
Freedom.
Secured
The
Freedom's a solid closer, right?
Yeah, and he finished third to Plutarch and Intrepido in the
Ah,
Robert B. Lewis, and that was a mile race. Um, so yeah, I think yeah, I have him as third. How about you?
I do not. I have him as fourth. I have Potente finishing third. Um, Sharp maiden win, has a lot of speed.
And
I
again,
like the
that's why
connections.
I think typically if there's a horse, I think it's going to be a little better closer, and they're similar toughness so far. I just feel like one of those three, So Happy, Brant, or Potente, is gonna cave, and I think
Yeah,
Secured Freedom has the best chance to slip in there.
yeah. And going to your point, that one horse is a why in the world is Flashy Fritz in this race? It This is a pure sprinter.
Well, and he
And
claimed him, right? If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, looking at the form, he claimed him out of the Miati, um, Stephen Miati barn.
out of a $25,000 claiming race.
Yeah, I think he wants to make sure that Baffert doesn't get on the lead and slow it down. Um, he wants him to go a little hard so that because yeah, Start the Ride's last race, he really nice late pace buyer. So that would be, I think that's why he picked him up. Wants him to
Yeah,
go set a hot pace and see if Start the Ride can take a run at him.
yeah. Well,
That's Dan Blacker, by the way. I don't even know if we said that.
yeah, and yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. 'Cause it could be. You're right. It could be a hot pace. And Potente is again. It's got another Baffert horse, and who's riding Potente? Is it Hernandez?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is kind of Baffert's go-to jockey. So I'm like, wait, um, I don't know if that plays into Brandt again. Brandt, um, you know, lost Pratt, and they're keeping Hernandez on Potente. So
Yeah.
interesting. Again, don't want to read too much into who's riding what, but he is Baffert's go-to jockey. So I gotta think
Right.
there's got to be something Baffert likes about. Well, a lot that Baffert likes about this horse. So,
Oh, for sure. And I mean, what did they pay for him? Like,
well, I don't know. Do
uh,
you have that?
it's quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. The The Patente horse.
Well, it's a Baffert horse. Yes, they paid a lot of money.
Right, like right. I mean, somebody believes in this horse.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Even though he's just won his debut, but yeah, Juan Hernandez is on Patente, not Brandt.
Yeah. So, but maybe going with that consistency because he's ridden. And maybe they're thinking maybe if Brent, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't want
Yeah,
to
we
think too
just
much
don't
into it.
know.
Yeah.
You never know with Baffert either. I mean,
No.
was that 3 years ago when we were at
Yeah. We had
San
San
Anita
Anita
Derby, and we we were not on the horse, but you noted that, boy, he's only talking to DeFranco, and that's who won the race. Baffert, I mean, like he wasn't
Yeah.
talking to the other jockeys in the paddock.
And it wasn't and he had the favorite in the race and he didn't even go over to the favorite
Right.
pre-race. So it was
Right.
interesting. So you never know.
Never
All
know.
right. So should be an interesting race. Again, big points, a lot of points. Don't like the 1 and 2 at all. Don't think they'll have much to say about the race results. Yeah, we both like the number 6, so happy to win it. But man, can't overlook Brandt. Everybody's waiting to see Brandt run. Number 4, Brandt, we have finishing second, and then we deviate on that. I have the number 5, Potente, to come in third, and you have
Third.
Secured Freedom, picking up the pieces at the end to come in third. So
yeah,
so
and we shall see. But yeah, a lot to look forward to because there's a lot of people that have this horse in their top 3. That's for sure. Brandt, I mean,
yeah,
but been away for 4 months, so we'll see how sharp he is coming into it.
And of the Juvies, the Breeders' Cup Juvies, the top 2 are you don't have AP, Mr. AP, you don't have Ted Nafi, but Litmus Test, who finished 4th, hasn't looked that great. So
Right.
Brandt's kind of the 2-year-old, the big time 2-year-old left to see what he.
Oh yeah, if he runs as well as he did in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I mean, he's going to be right there with the
for sure
top 3 on everybody's list for sure.
All right, well, hey, let's wrap this up and
sounds good.
Let's make some money. It's going to be a little bit tougher with this race. There's only 7 horses. We like the two favorites a lot, so where the money's going to be made is in those third place horses. So
and little exotics.
Yeah, gonna have to get creative to win some money. All right, take care.
All right, sounds good.